Wisconsin is the only state in the U.S. where a first-time drunk driving offense is not a criminal offense, only a citation. In 2008, Mothers Against Drunk Driving rated the dairy state as one of the worst in the nation. While legislators have toughened some laws since then, Fox 6's Jeremy Ross followed one family for months and their family photo album showing little, if any, progress.
Anything from burnouts, accidents.
All work.
Pull in and then back around.
And no play is not the way
Family owned.
N&S Towing does business.
For over 21 years.
But the pace inside this place
We were running 14 to 16-hour shifts.
N&S Towing
is fast. Sometimes furry. Now hurry. Calls for service are coming in.
5166 North Lovers Lane.
10-4 on location.
55 calls today so far. I head towards 76 and Grange for Greendale PD. Okay.
It's gonna be a long night.
And yet another. Bent and battered, towed and tattered truck is out of commission.
What happened with this one?
Ronnie Cincinnati has seen it all, and in the early 90s, started to chronicle it all. Taking snapshots while on the scene of a wreck.
I'm not the only one that does it.
His little brother Tony helps out.
My nephew also takes photos. I take photos of cars that I tow.
A kind of family documentation.
Anything weird, unusual.
Of destruction.
Here's one that was unexplainable. Oops.
And distraction.
Hit the curb. Next thing you know, he was in the house.
Oh, we all laugh about it.
Now explain that to the insurance company.
Photo by photo, what developed was a black binded book of accidents.
It's a black book of, what not to do, folks.
A journal of mishaps, not so carefully or craftily titled.
Drunk drivers, non-thinkers, mishaps, accidents, and unexplainable oops. The name on the book was just basically covering everything.
But page by page, what started.
Kind of as a joke at the time. As it went on, it's not a joke.
If a picture is worth 1,000 words.
I've got 3 or 4 photo albums.
These tell a stark story.
Lost control of the car, drunk driving.
The epic of an epidemic.
He was ripped in half, a girl was thrown from the car.
Picture by picture.
And the cars literally got mutilated.
Scene by scene.
Got hit, flipped the vehicle over and got killed at the scene.
Death.
I see the stuff you don't see that goes straight to the coroner.
After death.
This picture actually shows the whole car split in half.
Cincinnati's albums and tow lot continue to be overrun with drinking and driving crashes.
Jimmy Prescott.
10-4.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, you can have anywhere from 10 to 20 drunk drivers in a night.
Greenfield's got another OWI.
The main reason Ronnie's family continues to add to the albums
Left leg was below the knee, amputated.
is because of what his little brother lost.
Right leg got fractured twice, broken in half, skin graft from the knee upward.
Tony was hit on the job February 14th of 1992. The driver's record was clean.
No parking tickets, no nothing.
But his blood alcohol level was not.
7 months of therapy.
It was the first drunk driving violation for the man who took Tony's leg. More than a dozen surgeries later, he mastered his new mobility.
Not so much learn how to walk, but learn how to walk with artificial leg.
The guy that was involved with that showed my brother remorse. And he told my family straight out, if he could, he would give his legs right now to my brother.
I forgave him that day when he got sentenced.
Forgiving, but unable to forget the problem.
It's definitely gotten worse over the years.
17 to dispatch.
The Cincinnatis haul the concern with them nearly every day.
Drunk driver, 3rd offense.
Ronnie says he doesn't have an answer for impaired driving.
You have to let it go.
What his family has are questions.
When do you say enough is enough?
Plenty of pictures.
The digital camera works great.
And a strong work ethic.
Driving it behind the tire.
In a community where crashes seem to collide too often with drugs or alcohol.
We're here to clean it up. We can't change it.
We have more high school dropouts in this part of the state than anywhere else in Wisconsin, but some of them are getting the chance of a lifetime to turn their lives around. Our Jeremy Ross takes you to a boot camp trying to help teens stay in school and shape up in life.
He was on a spiral downward.
A Milwaukee teen familiar with police squad lights.
A lot of misdemeanors, petty theft, truancy. He's run away.
Just feeling like no matter what I did, like I didn't care what happened.
17-year-old Sedarian Washington was pulled out of high school.
I guess just hanging around the wrong group.
His mother, Gwen, feared he was on a path towards jail or worse.
Do what you want to do. Either that or he's going to be killed.
I don't want her to have to see me like that. I just really want to graduate and do good.
This is step one of the change. The distance isn't the important thing. The change is what's the important thing.
It's an opportunity to save my life, yes.
Right, face!
Left, right, left. That first step must be forward.
His next step,
Left, right, left,
is part of a march at Fort McCoy.
It's 16-hour days. Team, attention!
right, face!
March!
No free time, so it's tough, but that's how we help break them of their habits.
Rule number one is, I will think before I act, sir.
Sedarian and about 160 others are now part of the Challenge Academy.
Attention!
We get them from Racine to Superior, to all corners of the state.
It's a free program for high school dropouts or those at risk of dropping out. The academy is mostly funded by the federal government and supplemented by state dollars.
The first couple weeks, we're just trying to teach them that they need to yield to authority.
5. Discipline. Integrity. Honor. Commitment.
Discipline in steps.
Courage. Honor. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Reinforced.
1, 2, 3, 4, sir.
In nearly endless drills.
Discipline! Integrity!
Rules outside.
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
And inside the barracks.
On that inside, you could have 5 photos.
Here, there's no talking in the latrine.
0, sir.
A cadet will not lie, cheat, or steal, nor tolerate those who do. In the mess hall, the only sounds are teens getting their food. No talking is permitted.
We expect you to act like an adult. Horseplay is not how adults behave.
Sir, I've got all of them with me except for Jacobs and Hammond.
When there's a behavior breakdown,
Settler, when we get back to the barracks, you owe me 25.
Everybody had to do push-ups.
punishment tests the muscles.
Painful, sir.
Discipline tests the mind and patience. At any time, any of these young people can turn in their uniforms and head home.
It's their decision. It's a voluntary program.
I think I'm learning already, sir.
But Sedarian chooses to stay. And in only 1 week, you can already notice a change in how he speaks to adults.
Personal move, sir.
Yes, sir. No, sir. A little bit, sir.
Before I act, sir.
Each semester of the Challenge Academy here runs 22 weeks, but some never make it all the way through.
Unfortunately, about a third of the kids will give up on that change process.
I'll never give up on my son. I'll never give up on him.
The Academy says the discipline learned in the field easily transfers into the classroom in the 3rd week and beyond. But staying on the path can be problematic.
This is a tough environment.
A detour to nowhere for some.
I'm gonna stick them in the house of detention.
They know that what they're doing and where they're headed is not somewhere where they want to be in a few years.
Well, I'm on my way.
A road to redemption for others.
Know where I'm growing, I'm on my way.
I truly believe that it is a make or break for my son.
Jeremy Ross, Fox 6 News.
The program costs taxpayers about $4 million a year. The Challenge Academy says about 70% of the teens either find a job or go back to school full time.
In harm's way and far away, that's the scenario for many serving this country. Their friends and family reaching out to provide whatever kind of comfort they can for military members thousands of miles away. Tonight, Fox 6's Jeremy Ross shows us one attempt with one message and 4 legs.
You might call this place
a couple thousand different characters.
A superhero storage space.
700,000 plus comics. Popular superheroes, you could look at Batman, Spider-Man, Superman.
Superheroes do great things.
They leap tall buildings in a single bound.
He flies off of the back porch.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive.
He's always been a superhero to us.
With a quick change, this 4-year-old golden retriever goes from canine to Cape Crusader, a purebred blur of gold, a flash of fur you won't find at any comic book stores.
Come.
Though you might say he was born to wear a costume.
The Comet Dog actually is his full name on his birth certificate.
Like every good superhero, the Comet Dog has an important origin story.
It really is a story about anybody who's missing someone they love.
It's a universal truth. Missing someone is hard.
Comet's owner, Bill McGinnis, was looking for a way to deal with life while his long-term girlfriend, Juliana Olson, was in Iraq working as a nurse practitioner.
Certainly never had anybody depart my life through the military.
Balad, Iraq is the hub of all ill and injured transport.
The long hours, the dangerous conditions.
And it's my responsibility to not only receive them, stabilize them, but then also prep them for flight.
Her efforts help save lives, but never enough. Olson recalls one case where a military canine died.
But he defended his owner, his handler, and lost his life as a four-legged veteran and saved the life of his owner.
A moment shaking the foundation of even the toughest citizen soldier.
We're all fighting for our country, but fighting day to day, we're fighting for the people next to us. You know, you're not thinking about yourself, you think about those around you, and you think about your buddy.
I don't think any of us can relate to what they go through over there.
In an effort to keep her connected to friends and family, Guinness gave his dog a super makeover.
Good dog.
That gave rise to an online comic book.
The name of the book is The Adventures of the Comet Dog. Missing someone is hard.
He posted pictures of Comet in his super threads and began typing up a story of comfort for Olson, read in between all the casualties.
Well, it helps you escape, because with all the bad in life, there's also a lot of good.
Kind of digital coping mechanism meant for her eyes, and then the eyes of her fellow airmen and soldiers.
I'm like, you have to come see this.
And eventually, people they've never met.
I'd get emails from mothers who were reading the stories to their children. Come on, Comet.
Including families coping with loved ones in harm's way.
Just heartwarming to hear the impact that Comet was able to have in their lives.
The Comet Dog has no super abilities.
Laser eye beams, cape mask.
No special powers.
Cold breath.
But he's still a superhero to many.
His biggest super ability is comfort.
He loves to bring joy to people.
I think everybody has that ability to be that way.
A comic book kind of canine.
Oh, the 40?
Not sold in stores.
You're welcome. Have fun.